Senator Tinubu contributes toll gate revenues to shooting victims. Senator Bola Tinubu on Sunday proposed that revenue from the Lekki toll gate should go towards succor for victims of military shooting of October 20th. Tinubu said the victims of police brutality in the state should generally benefit from the proceeds. Tinubu, in a statement on Monday, also absolved himself from allegations of ordering the deployment of soldiers against peaceful protesters. I propose to the government that the toll gates be left closed for an indefinite period. If it is open, revenues should be donated to the confirmed victims of the Lekki attack as well as to other identifiable victims of police brutality in Lagos. Let government use the money to compensate and take care of those who have lost their life or limb in the struggle for all citizens to go about the quiet, peaceful enjoyment of life without fear of undue harassment at this or at checkpoint, Tinubu said. On the allegation that he owned Lekki Toll Gate, Tinubu described the facility as a public asset of which he had no business interest in. What? If it's a public asset, it means that the citizens don't pay for it. It's a hotel. What are you talking about? On his involvement in the killings, he said, I did not order this or any assault against anybody. Neither do I have any prior knowledge about this sad event. The present situation clearly does nothing to profit me politically or otherwise. It has complicated matters for me because many people now wrongfully blame me for a violent incident which I played no part in. Still, I stand strongly behind the people of Nigeria and affirm their right to protest peacefully. If anything, then why did you go and escape to France? That's it. These politicians need to know that they cannot run anywhere because wherever they go, Nigerians are everywhere in the world. So wherever you go, you're going to be named and shamed. And there are rumors that he was deported. Who knows? The APC leader condemned the use of force on peaceful protesters. The use of strong force against any peaceful protesters is indefensible. It is completely outside the norms of a democratic society and progressive political culture to which I have aspired and devoted public life. It is my firm belief that no one should be harassed, injured, or possibly killed for doing what they have the constitutional rights to do in making their contribution to a better and more equitable society, he said. President Muhammadu Buhari is widely believed to have ordered the massacre after protesters refused to back down on their agitation despite entreaties from his administration. The thing was actually that Sanwo-Olu ordered a curfew about 3 hours to when the curfew actually was meant to start, which does not make sense. You don't just do that. You don't just, in Lagos where there's so much traffic, you just give people like 3 hours notice to go to basically stop and literally abide by the curfew. It doesn't make sense. The protesters said the president's promises did not go far enough and were not immediately actionable. This appeared to have led the president to back down on his initial position against deployment of troops to quell protests. Well, I personally believe that Tinubu is basically done. His political godfatherism, it's ended because now we're basically no different than other countries, for example, in Africa, where one president is leading for 35 years or 40 years. We're basically the same thing. The people who orchestrate everything are at the top. They basically just give Nigerians new faces every single time. Not new faces, but they have their own list and they literally recycle them and they're new to us every single time. And that is why. And then in a country where religion is so prevalent, then they literally try to influence the people by using influential religious leaders, for example, the RCCG, to basically push the agenda for why you should vote or not vote for this person or that person. Well, the first opinion here says that, Oga, please pack well. Can the money bring back the lost souls? That's the thing. They're fighting for the end of police brutality and a better Nigeria. Do that so that they don't die in vain. Thank you, Jagaban of Lagos. Your enemies will leave you in this world. Wow. The thing is, this man will always still have supporters, and they are all brainwashed. And what can we do about it? We're making a revolution. We're starting a revolution now. And if you're not going to be part of it, we will send you out. And that is it. You have no choice. Somebody says, replies to this comment saying, bondage mentality. You die in slavery if you don't repent. Someone says, you will die with him. You will die with him. See, for the fellow politicians are the enemies of this nation. Hustle for your life, Mugu. Wow. At least we have Nigerians checking this person and their mental sanity, if they even have a mental capability. So you said you are not the commander in chief in order for the army to shoot. Possibly you are right. Now you have the right to tell them. Now you have the right to give them the toll gate revenue to the victims. Exactly. It's like, oh, you could actually, in his line of defense, you could say, oh, he's making a suggestion, but how do you know that there are profits from it? And maybe you're not. In fact, this man is just done. Wicked people let the toll gates be closed forever. No reopening of it. I feel like the name should change. Like there should be like a memorial place for it. I don't know. They could make like a fountain. It's part of Nigerian history, you know. They could make a fountain, and part of tourism. Let's try to benefit in a way from this situation and also make Nigeria better. Of course, let's not look focus. The reason for this process in the first place is basically to make Nigeria better and end police brutality. To be honest, there needs to be a reform of the whole police force, because first of all, they're not earning a lot. Nigeria is basically a frustrating country, and they take it out on the citizens who are working as hard as them as well. We know the truth. Nothing you say or do will change that. You and your cronies are the ones fooling yourselves. We will never forget. And again, of course, this person got a reply from a random. See, these people that just come to basically draw the energy back, to basically bring everyone backwards. Replying to this comment, this person says, which truth do you know? Keep quiet if you don't know what to say. If anything, you should keep quiet, because you're the ones and the people that will go and vote for these politicians that are using your future and basically compromising the future of your future generations to come, if that makes sense. Whoever ordered the shooting, God will definitely visit vengeance on him, on her. And to be honest, I actually feel bad for the politicians' children in a way. They're sort of part of the problem by not trying to detach in terms of still like benefiting from the inhumane actions that their parents commit. I mean, to be honest, the amount of curses that are placed on the politician's family line, you would not even guess. Imagine the whole of Nigeria being so angry and cursing the families of these politicians. It is well. Someone says, okay, so what's happened to the revenue before now? Exactly. What's happened to the revenue before now? What was it used to do? I mean, at the end of the day, actually, there's statistics online showing how much the revenue, the toll gate actually makes, and it is a lot of money. And in terms of maintenance of that place would already be done. So where is the profit going to? It's not like the schools there. There's a public school which is known for having the best facilities, or there's a public hospital that is doing amazing. There isn't. So what was the revenue being used for? Sir, everything which took place there was filmed, and the names of the soldiers with their faces, the person that switched off the light, everything was recorded again. So to be honest, we don't need them, and social media is our best tactic, which, to be honest, that's why they're being exposed left, right and center, because they've studied Nigerian public so well, and they've never had a situation whereby it was on the internet where they were all being exposed, and also the protest was also going on online, which called for international attention really quickly and really fast. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.